All right, we're doing a live video tonight, and decided I got to get my ass back on here. I gotta do what I gotta do. Yeah, yeah. Ho, 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 ho. All right, welcome to a long-term investing, how to buy stocks the same way you would buy real estate. This is important to me, and this is important to you too. So, one of the things for me, you know me, I'm a boring, crazy long-term investor 80% of the time. 20% of my portfolio, though, I'm like, it's like a Jekyll and Hyde dynamic. All right. I go on and I go cray cray, right? I'm going crazy. OMG. But yeah, my investing philosophy is like so ridiculously simple. It's almost criminal. It really is almost criminal, but I gotta put this on, take it off, take it on, take it off. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, one thing I just want to talk about, just when you're buying stocks, you should think of it like buying a house. Because when you're buying a house, what is your mindset when you're buying a house? Think about it. I'm going to be here for a while, right? I'm not going to sell this thing for at least 10 years, maybe 5 years if the market goes crazy. Maybe I'll sell it off. But I think it's really important for most people to at least consider when they're buying any sort of real estate, they have a huge advantage. And that's just what I believe. Call me a freak, call me weird, call me creepy, but I'm onto something here. I'm really, really onto something. So anyway, I'm going to try to get on as many people as I can. I got my boy Tim, gave him the sexy invite. I got the link in the live. So trying to get on as many degenerate people like myself on tonight, and it'll be a fun time. Let me see. I'm also going to go on Facebook real quick and try to get randos in this. This will be interesting, by the way. Doing a live. Oh, hold on. I think my boy is on. He's not on yet. Not on yet. He'll be on here in a second, I think. Hold on. He messaged me. Sweet. Okay. He's on. Well, he's going to be on. Sweet. Sweet. Cool. So he's going to be home in a bit. So I don't know when he'll be on, but there's no rush. There's never any rush to get Tim on. In the meantime, I don't mind talking. It's what this show has been about the whole time. Just me talking about my experience, my outlook, my thoughts, my comparisons, my contrasts. And sometimes it's really all you can do. So I think that investing in real estate, that same mentality should be taken to investing in individual companies. I really believe this, and I think that people can do it. If you can take the time to look into if a house is good, you can also take the time to look into if a company is at least good. If a company will appreciate in value over time, and even if you don't feel like doing that, an S&P 500 index is honestly one of the better ways to go. So that's typically the way it would go most of the time. Be doing a few lives tonight, and it'd be like I'm definitely gonna be like Vin Diesel tonight. Try to do these in 30-minute segments. I think would probably be the best way to do it. I'm not gonna spend all night, all day on here, but I do intend on getting some sexy live videos going. It's gonna be fun. But yep. Let's see here. But yeah, I got the StreamYard. I'm going to just put it on here. Trying to get people from people I know. A few people like my brother. He's probably busy tonight. He's usually busy on a Saturday night. My man's a partier. He parties hard. But yeah, I got my boy Tim on. Might be able to get Nathan on. I don't know. Hold on. Let's see. Might be able to get my boy Nathan. Okay. So I got Nathan. Well, maybe Nathan. I don't know. He might join along. But yeah, I think long-term investing, man, if you buy stocks the same way you look at, because like there's so many, like one thing I love about the stock market is the volatility. And people are like, why would you like such violent ups and downs? People have said that to me. That's scary. Well, I mean, if you think about it, those violent downs are really violent discounts, and they're quick. And those discounts last for maybe about like 5 days. It's like when you go to a store and you're like looking at the shelves and there's like clearance items all over the place. If you find like US Bank and Bank of America, in my opinion, are deep discounted right now. Could a bank run happen on them? I'm sure people are worried and people have been pulling money out, but not at a massive scale, because at least Bank of America and all of them have at least some kind of you know what I mean? Like some kind of some sort of, I wouldn't say fail safe, but you know what I mean? Like they have enough assets in the books. They have enough of the customer deposits in the books. Not every single customer is going to suddenly get out of the bank, and they're prepared for that kind of thing to happen too. Most reputable banks, most big banks are prepared for the possibility of a bank run. Maybe not back in like 2008 or whatever, 2009, the financial crisis. That wasn't even a bank run. That was more like those mortgage bond meltdown. That was crazy. But ooh, are we seeing, I guess the thing we're asking ourselves is, with banks, are we seeing the same sort of thing happening today? Oh, we got Tim Smith on. We got Tim on.
Yes.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Finally, I got my Report of the Week shirt on. Check it out. See it? He's angry at the new chicken Big Mac right here.
One moment.
Woo! Report. This is from his famous Popeyes butterfly cheddar biscuit shrimp review, I think.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, sorry, I was trying to get my boy Nathan on real quick too, just seeing if he's. I call this a fuck fest right here. It's a super fuck fest. But yeah. So you say our boy Report of the Week?
I got his shirt right here.
Oh, what's he holding in his hand?
That's his famous blue chalice that he drinks water out of.
What a beast! I'm so glad his persistence paid off, because it was really persistence that got him so big.
Yeah, and I can't imagine what else he'd be qualified for as a job. So I'm glad this worked out.
I'm often surprised I'm qualified for anything sometimes. I don't know. I maybe I'm giving myself too little a credit. I've actually found out I was like one of the top performers actually recently at my job. So they gave me the choice of whatever schedule I wanted. I was like, whoa. I was like, that's sexy. And so I wasn't expecting that. I didn't, because I can't see other people's stats, so I have no idea if I'm good or bad. I'm just like,
a lot of your viewers don't know you're doing OnlyFans full time now.
I wish. Oh my God.
That's my joke of the week. That's joke of the week.
Dude, if people wanted to see me naked, I would. People wanted to. Oh my God. Fuck it. All right. I'll send dick pics to everybody for $1,000. That's a goal.
All right. Yeah, I'm just reading a Curtis Yarvin article on the government coming out and bailing out the depositors in the Silicon Valley Bank, and how does that stop people from moving out of smaller banks into larger banks? The federal government is going to guarantee more than $250,000. Like because he's talking about, what if you're in the bank in Oklahoma and only $250,000 is guaranteed, but can you deposit $500 because Janet Yellen had a nice breakfast that morning and she feels like bailing out up to $500 if the bank collapses? Because basically, Silicon Valley is only guaranteed up to $250,000 for depositors, and then the federal government.
That's how most banks are, though. $250,000, I think, for most.
Yeah,
right?
But the federal government stepped into Silicon Valley and bailed out. Well, you could have millions. We'll bail you out anyway. So.
They actually oh my God, they bailed out the whole fucking bank?
Yeah, if you had more than $250,000 deposited, you're getting everything. The federal government came in, so no one lost anything.
God, that actually pisses me off.
Yeah. Well, I haven't read the end of the article. I'm 3/4 of the way in. I got to see what Curtis Yarvin concludes here.
Well, this is why I tell everybody, man, put your money in multiple brokerages. because it doesn't. Sure, your money doesn't grow, but if you have your money sitting in a brokerage, they have no like. So so when you put your money in a checking account versus putting your money just sitting in a brokerage, the financial institution can't do anything with that money. They can't like take that unless you tell them they can. Like you actually have to tell a brokerage they can, unless the brokerage has some weird fine print. But in my experience, brokerages technically can't do anything with actual money sitting in, you know what I mean? Because that money can be used at any time for stocks or putting it right back into your actual bank account.
Okay.
That's why I tell everybody, man, I hate to say this, but brokerages are probably the safest. I might be wrong on this actually, now that I think about it, but brokerages might be the safest place to just put your money. Like it doesn't grow. It doesn't grow your money unless you decide to put it in stocks or something like that. But you can just let your money sit. I let a lot of money sit in my brokerage account. One, it's less temptation for me to touch it for personal use. Two, I never know when I see a good investment, so it'll happen. And then, bam, it's all good.
Yeah, I'm just reading this article. I got to figure out what he concludes here. But basically, I don't know. Well, we'll find out later. Anyway, yeah, Curtis Yarvin, his Substack's intense. Actually, thanks for bringing that up because it reminds me I meant to order his book. I haven't done that yet, but it's hard for me to buy. Like, I've been like, when I got into stocks, I've been poor for like 2 years. Like just recently this month, I got like a bunch of extra cash and I just went and bought some socks. I realized every pair of socks I owned, I bought 3 years ago and they all have holes in them. I'm like, all right, I got an extra $1,000 right now. I'm buying some socks. So I bought $15 worth of socks. And my life just like my life is like this now. And then I bought the new chicken double Big Mac or whatever it is. And it was disappointing. The Big Mac sauce doesn't go with the chicken. You need the McChicken sauce. And like it wasn't atrocious, but yeah, it wasn't great. So that's my review of the week is the chicken Big Mac didn't work out. So.
Well, I dig it, man. I dig it. I thought about getting some Mickey D's tonight, actually, but I ended up just going to my local Safeway grocery store, basically, and got some. It's got some hamburger patties and stuff, and I'm actually cooking some rice and Campbell's chunky soup in my rice cooker because it's like one of those rice grain cookers, but it really cooks everything super fucking well. So I just let whatever I'm putting in there like a weird soup, and I put like a couple extra cups of water in there, and then I just add the rice, and the rice just. Looks good. The whole thing looks fucking tasty. But I love rice and I love just potatoes. I love fucking carrots and Campbell's chunky soup, man. When it's on sale, like I get it for like $1.50 per can when it's on sale. I find these weird discounts at certain places and I just buy like 40 fucking cans and I just store that shit. I'm a weirdo, man. I love canned food though. I love canned food. I'm always prepared.
Yeah, well, like, no matter what. The UFC London was on at 9:30 this morning, so I made a giant English breakfast. I had like bacon, eggs, mushy British peas. I had like the beans, the toast. I had mushrooms. I had tomatoes. I had some tea. I still didn't drink any beer though all weekend, but yeah. So I was like just eating the English food, and I had what else? I have English licorice or something. But anyway, I was Englishing it up. I had Earl Grey tea. But yeah, so I was kind of stuffed, but on my way home from buying socks, I ended up. But that's the other thing. I went to this electronics store, right? So I realized I haven't bought a TV in a long time. And I wasn't gonna buy one. I wasn't gonna buy one tonight, but I've got like 3 Blu-rays that are 3D. Like if you've got a 3D player and a 3D TV, you can watch them in 3D. And so I go there and I'm asking the guy. I'm looking at all the TVs. Nothing says 3D on it. I'm like, do they still even make? Are people buying 3D TVs? And he's like, I don't think we're selling them. Like I don't think no one's been selling those for like a few years. So 3D TV may have come and gone. I might have to buy a used one and maybe find someone who's got the glasses or something if I want to watch like these 1 concert and 2 movies I have that are actually 3D. But.
Dude, yeah, the 3D TVs. I forgot about those. They don't make them anymore?
Well, I haven't seen them sold new anywhere. There must be some company still making them, but this place didn't have any, so I'm gonna look it up. But you should be able to get one, I think, for under $2,000, I would think. But how much life do they have in them left? Like, eventually, it's gonna conk out if it got used a lot. So I don't know if there's any new ones being made.
Yeah, I'm on Amazon right now. 3D TV. Let's see.
Because I think my Blu-ray is a 3D player. Yeah, I got a 3D Blu-ray player, so all I need is a 3D TV, and I'm good.
Yeah, so this is kind of cool. So they got like for instance, there's like a Sony 55-inch 4K Ultra HD TV. Let's see. That's not 3D though. Hold on. I thought it was 3D. Give me a second.
3D TV. I'm gonna look.
Here we go. We got like a sharp one. That one's like rated shittily though. Let's see. Samsung, I think, has one. Let me see. Okay,
like
no.
Smart TV.
Let's see. What do we got here?
I don't see anything.
Yeah, I looked up 3D TV, but I found like a sharp LC like 90-inch one that was like says 3D, 3D TV on it. But let me see.
Fuck, I can't find anything. Let me try Craigslist.
I'm just gonna look up news articles because I feel like it went extinct.
Yeah, do they still make 3D TV?
3D TVs.
Short answer is no. They don't make them anymore.
What?
And then we'll be going through how you can watch 3D in this article. We'll know the top. All the TV have stopped making 3D TVs.
They probably just didn't sell very well.
Yeah, I think that was it. Well, they're really expensive, and there was only so many things. But I've got a Smashing Pumpkins concert they released in 3D, and I've never watched it in 3D. I've only watched it in 2D.
Dude, I bet you could find a ton. If you like go on eBay right now and look up 3D TVs, I bet you'll find tons of them, tons of used ones.
Let me look at my area. I'm gonna see if I can buy one on Craigslist.
That's a good call. I'm pretty sure there's a few people who regretted their purchase. They're just like, I don't know why I wanted this 3D TV at the time. But yeah, I think we missed the fad, man. I missed the fad. I never got it. I own a projector, man. That's all I own.
Samsung 3D plasma TV, $200. I could have it for $200,
dude.
And it's got 4 sets of glasses. Damn, I gotta get this.
People must be really trying to get rid of their shit. Like nobody wants it.
Yeah, this is right near me too. Only I should fucking get a hold of these people. Inquiries with phone number, please. All right, I'm bookmarking this page. I'm buying this 3D TV.
Good man, dude. Holy crap! Hey, pull the trigger on it, man. Get it. Pull the trigger.
No, I got one Pumpkins concert in 3D and one 1950s sci-fi movie they released in 3D. And that's all I've got, I think. Maybe one other one, but let's 3D it out. Woo!
I dig it, man. I dig it. I love it.
Yeah, and what else was I going to say? That's the other thing. And then I walked into the section of where they have the arcade one-ups. You know, those, like, you can buy like an arcade one-up. You know those things?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And they had Golden Tee Golf, which I never played on it. So I was playing some Golden Tee Golf where you spin like the ball or whatever. Anyway, I play a couple holes. All right, I'm going to go back. I'm leaving the store. I turn around and it's because it was in some room where it's just glass, like a glass door. So I turn around, I start walking out. I don't see the glass. I walk face first into the glass, and it's like a loud thud. And I still have a bruise on my head still, but there was like no one working around me, so no one even noticed. I thought someone was gonna come and yell at me. I was like, bang. Then I just walked out of the store, but I have like a mark on my head somewhere. But it's so funny.
Damn, man, damn.
It was fun though. I love arcade one-ups. I wish I had some. And it was like $500 though. They said it was down from like 800 or 900, but still, I don't want to pay like $400 or $500 to play some Golden Tee. It's just like, I don't know.
I definitely want to get one where I can hack it. You know what I mean? Like it would be fun to get like one that you could just modify, like one of those one-up arcade ones. So you can just like, I'm pretty sure if you look online, I'm pretty sure some weird company decided to be like, hey, we modified this one-up arcade thing so to where you can put whatever freaking games you want on there, or just somehow people emulate it. I have no idea how it all works, but
you can just buy that. Like Gavin's got one in his house, in his basement bar, Gav's have. But yeah. I've seen other people have them too, where you can buy a system that'll have like I don't know, like 10,000 games, like every system.
That's what I'm looking for, man. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah, it'll have arcade, it'll have Nintendo, it'll have old Sega, it'll have like it'll have like pretty much every game ever made will be on there. It'll be like an emulator, but it's basically pretty close. So.
Yeah. Sorry, I was checking something real quick.
$200 3D. This TV doesn't look that big though. What is it? How big is this? 59-inch. How big is that?
59-inch? Oh wow.
Yeah. Is that good?
Pretty big in my opinion as far as TVs go. I mean, to me that's big, but I mean, I guess the closest thing I got to a TV at the moment, I got computer monitors. That's all I ever got. I just got computer monitors at home. I pretty much my where I do my stuff, like right here where I do my videos, is pretty much my entertainment center. Like I look at videos on here, I watch movies. It's pretty much just right here. But I have one of those projectors. It's like an RCA projector that it has Roku Express built into it, so you can actually like it's basically a smart projector. It's pretty incredible, man. I recommend it for anybody who's looking for like who doesn't want to like have put up a TV but just wants to use their wall as a TV screen, basically.
Right.
It's nice. I use my wall in my bedroom basically as a I don't even have to put down those little what do you call those little I'm drawing a blank on what you call those, because for projectors you usually have like something that you pull down, like a sheet or something like that.
Projector screen.
Yeah, projector screen. And then I don't have to do that with this. It's actually that powerful that it can actually just go right on my wall.
No, people don't realize you can project on anything. It's like I've got a projector. The last girl I dated, like for my birthday or something, she got me this thing. It was like from China. It was like $50. It's like this little white projector, but it plugs into like your Blu-ray or your computer or whatever, and it projects on a wall. And you can hook it up to a stereo, so the sound's not bad. If you hook it up to like on its own, the sound's awful. But if you hook it up to like a stereo or something, it's good. And then but it's really loud too. Like when it runs, it's really loud, and the image is pretty blurry. Like it's a pretty blurry image, or it's not so blurry, but it's not great. It doesn't have a lot of light, so you've got to have everything like completely dark on a white wall, and it'll be kind of blurry, but it's still kind of fun. But I used it for Zoom meetings at work. I'd project stuff behind me, and onto me, like I'd be going through space. Or I did one where I dressed up as a clown and I had a circus like in the background or something. But I haven't used it in a while. But yeah, you can project onto a wall and it's just as good as like any kind of screens.
I dig it, man. I dig it.
Okay, apparently I'm looking at they made about 1,093 3D Blu-ray movies. That's how many came out. So I'm going to go right now, and if I can find enough to justify me buying this 3D TV and then ordering more 3D Blu-rays, I'll do it.
I think it's pretty dope, man. I don't know if I would. 3D TVs are kind of cool. I mean, the idea is nice. I think the problem was there just might not have been enough. Now, here's the thing about 3D TVs. Are they like always showing in 3D?
No, you can switch it 2D or 3D, but your Blu-ray player needs the 3D TV to make it 3D. You need a 3D Blu-ray player too, so which I have. But
then you're hooked up, dude. You don't even have to always. So that you're actually getting a good deal on this then. If you're getting like a $200 3D TV, because you don't always have to have it in 3D mode. It can be in just 2D mode if you really want it to. That's crazy.
Yeah, my Blu-ray player will play regular Blu-rays, 3D, DVDs, CDs. Although the CDs got messed up on it. If I try and play audio through a USB or a CD on it, the sound like skips and it's all messed up. But just because maybe I've had it for a few years, I don't know what happened to this thing. But Blu-rays and DVDs still work. But I can't play 4K. So I need something that can play 4K eventually too. But they're not doing 3D 4Ks. So. I don't think so. Let me look at. Are there any 3D 4K Blu-rays?
That's fucking badass if there is. Oh my god.
Well, I asked someone once, is there 3D projectors? Like, can you project? Is there a projector that projects in 3D and you put on the glasses? And someone told me they didn't know, but I've never found one. So
don't think that can really happen, because I think that because first off, the light itself is going through the projector. Yeah. It's going through the projector to the wall, right? Yeah. And you would have to. Oh, maybe you could augment the way the light looked. I don't know.
There might be. Look at this one, $1,000 home theater. Is this a 3D projector? I think
you found a 3D projector. That's incredible. I mean, you would have to do a lot of different things with the light. You would have to do a few things with the light to make it seem like it has depth, at least. I mean, you might be able to do it though. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that Debbie, if anybody's invented it, kudos to them. That's incredible. But I
don't know. Last up, there are presently two types of 3D projectors: Full HD 3D and PC 3D. All 3D projectors also support 2D. So I guess they exist.
Oh, it's kind of a trip. Holy crap!
I said there are many projectors on the market that support 3D viewing. Okay, so maybe I should get a 3D projector. Forget this TV. But then, how do you get the glasses? Do the glasses come with the projector? I don't know.
See, I thought it was one of those where you weren't required to have the
You got,
glasses. I don't know,
because they have 3D movies in the theater, and those are projectors. Like if you go see Avatar or something.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, everyone's buying the BenQ HT 350. That's apparently it's 4K and 3D. That might be what I'm looking for.
It's funny because there's got to be still some sort of company that manufactures 3D TVs just for the shit of it, just because they're like, well, there's no competition here, and there might be a few whack jobs like you and I, for instance, who would, because that 3D TV does sound kind of cool. There is a certain appeal to a 3D TV, but
yeah. Well, I didn't like 3D in theaters initially when it made its big comeback because it kind of made me nauseous. I think I tried to watch Avatar and I got sick halfway through. But then after a while, I got used to it. Like they released some of those Alien prequels were in 3D, and then what's it at the theater where the chair rumbles now? It's like the what do they call it?
Oh yeah, it's like where it's got like it gives you that sensual effect where you're just like sitting there. It's like I don't know what they call it exactly, but it's like it's giving it feels like you're in the movie basically. I've never been to one of those types of theaters, but it looks pretty dope from what I've seen.
Yeah, I saw one of Alien prequels with the rumble chair and in 3D. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. I ended up seeing like a couple 3D. Did I maybe see a Star Wars in 3D or whatever they released in 3D? I saw. And now after a while I didn't mind it. I'm like, okay, this isn't so bad. I don't mind the 3D, but yeah, like I said, I got to go through these 1,000 movies and see if there's got to be like more than just the 2 I have for me to justify.
Yeah.
Like I've got It Came from Outer Space. That's in 3D. 1960 what? 1953. I don't know. We'll see what's going on with this, but woo!
I dig it.
So what's going on? What's going on in the Garza world today? What happened? Anything happened?
Oh, just a busy day, dude. Lots of calls, and lots of calls. That's all it was pretty much today.
Oh, you're working?
Yeah, I was working today. I work weekends. I'm a weekend guy. I only really ever have Wednesdays and Thursdays are typically my days off. Those are my usual days off, which is nice. But yeah, it just aligns with my girlfriend's days off, which is kind of nice. I try to keep in line with her so that way we can have some time together. But yeah, because we don't live together or anything like that. We will eventually, though. We're still looking for houses and stuff and trying to find like something cheap. We're really just trying to find something cheap out there, and hopefully sellers get so desperate to sell that they'll be willing to lower their prices. Because I don't mind paying a high interest rate. I really don't. But I'm not paying a 7-8% interest rate on a house that's listed as $200,000 when it should be listed as $100,000. Right. Like there's some of the houses are overblown on their prices, and I look at the real estate market like a fucking hawk. Like I am a hawk with that shit. Right. And yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely looking to get pre-approved for a loan for a mortgage or something like that. One of the things,
if there's another financial collapse, you might be able to get a great deal. Like I know someone who like barely had a income, and they bought like a house in Michigan somewhere right after the mortgage crisis.
Oh, even after the mortgage crisis, really?
Well, because after the mortgage crisis, a lot of houses were cheap, I guess.
Oh, right, because the housing market collapsed. That makes sense. Yeah. Well, yeah, because if you're getting a mortgage, I mean, oh my God, if you're getting a mortgage like that, that's incredible. Well, here's the thing, man. There's a lot of stupidity in the banking sector right now. Yeah. Even though I don't like Bank of America, I think Bank of America is surprisingly one of the better run banks. Shockingly, like I get pissed off at Bank of America, but I do. It's odd there. I don't know why I hate them so much, but I don't know why I hate them so much. I'm just programmed to hate them. But yeah, U.S. Bank and Bank of America, the two banks that I invest in the most. Dude, every bank is getting hit hard on the share prices, and I'm like, yes. I'm like, boom, just racking them up. And I buy banks the same way that you would buy a house. Yeah, I intend on holding the banks forever because I love investing in banks. That's like that's not my favorite thing. My entire portfolio isn't banks, obviously, but whenever I could see a bank on sale, I'm like, boom, Bank of America, I'm buying you. I don't know, America. Fuck yeah. Let's see.
Did you buy any T. Rowe Price? I told you about them. They were way down.
Dude, I keep forgetting. Yeah, because they're like a huge 401k company too.
Yeah, and their value is like their stock's like in half still, I think.
Yeah, I think I actually, yeah, let me take a look. I'm going to look at one of my brokerage
I'm
accounts real
emailing you
quick.
this Curtis Yarvin article that came out today on his
Yeah.
Substack. I'm emailing this right now. It's coming in. I'm pressing send. Boom. It's called The Golden Age of Informal Securities. He's going to break down this whole thing for you. So.
Hell yeah, let's get it.
He talks about banks. He talks about what's going on right now. I mean, his articles aren't too long. They maybe take like 15 minutes to read, but he goes, a disturbing discovery that offers plenty of answers and no solutions. So that's a good use of your 15 minutes of time. Yeah. But yeah, what is T. Rowe price at? Let me have a look.
Oh yeah, it's probably at a.
Yeah, it's at 108. It's down from $222 a share.
I'm kind of. I know T. Rowe Price is reputable too. It's like an actual like.
But they're also like a dividend aristocrat or something.
Yeah, I don't blame. I definitely see why anything that's financial related is getting hit really hard by investors. Investors are just selling off. That's all there is to it. And it happens.
Yeah, but the thing is, they only raised their dividend 2 cents from last year to this year. Previously, like the year before, they raised it 12 cents. The year before that, they raised it like 18 cents. But they did offer like an unbelievable $3 bonus dividend in June of last year. Or no, actually, that was 2021. So sometimes they do that. But yeah, they're like a dividend aristocrat. Their value's in half. Now's the time to get T. Rowe Price.
Yeah, their earnings have been looking interesting. So one of the first things I look at is their earnings after so there's revenue and then there's earnings. Okay. Earnings obviously are like the profits that you get after you pay. Oh, by the way,
I hear beeping.
Yeah, it's my my rice cooker. It's beeping at me. It basically means it's all done, but that's all right. I'm going to eat later. I like to let it sit for a while and let it stay warm for a while in there. But yeah, anyway, for T. Rowe Price, though, I was looking at the PE ratio. It's 15 times price over earnings, which means that its valuation is pretty reasonable considering. Yeah. Like, I know the financial sector is not popular right now, but man, if you're buying giants in it's market cap even. I'm curious about the market cap. Now, their earnings I've noticed something disturbing about their earnings, though. Well, I don't know. They're kind of. I don't know how I feel about those earnings because it looks like they had one good quarter, one really, really good quarter, and I think they kind of went back down to earth a little bit on their earnings. They're still net positive on their earnings. Like they're I mean, I don't know. It's still a good company to invest in, though. They have a solid dividend. Sorry. Let's see, $24 billion market cap. 16 times price over earnings. Now, I will say this. I always warn everybody, price over earnings is not the end all be all, but it is a decent measuring stick to see if it's getting closer to valuation or not, like its natural valuation. Because every company in the market's always going to be overvalued to some degree.
Yeah.
Because there's always people getting into it, and that's okay. I'm always fine with it, man. And if it dips and I think it's good enough to buy on a dip, I'm buying it on a dip. That's what I've been doing with Bank of America and US Bank. Every day it's gone down, I've just been like, oh, I'll throw money at a share. I'll buy a share here. I'll buy a share here. I'm just going to hold it. And I don't really care what the principal does, to be honest. The principal can just keep boop, boop. I know what the company's worth, and I know that people are being foolish for selling off, in my opinion. It's my opinion, but yeah.
Well, looks like Flowers Foods is starting to dip again, but it looks like they're like 2 or 3 weeks away still from like a low. They go up and down like on a kind of regular schedule. Yeah. So like wait another 3-4 weeks, they'll be like at the bottom of their dip, and then that's when I would buy some more. But yeah.
So I found out something kind of cool about this StreamYard thing that I use. If I was to get a basic plan for it, I could actually pre-record my videos and then schedule them to play live. Like,
yeah, I know people who do that. I click on their live video on YouTube, but it's obviously pre-recorded.
Yeah.
So I'm like, is this live or what's going on?
And I thought, how cool that would be. And you could do that in an unlimited amount, by the way. And in the maximum amount a maximum amount of time for each video is like about an hour. So each, as long as the video is under an hour per video, you can put as many as you want on there, pre-recorded, and then just have it streamed to your YouTube channel. And I was like, that's kind of dope. I kind of am tempted by it.
You could, and then you could do like specials. Like, say you want to do a New Year's special, but you actually want to go out on New Year's. Let's say you record like a,
Yeah.
let's say the like 3 weeks before, you spend an entire day and you go a full 8 hours, like an 8 hour block of like a marathon stream, and then you just play that like on like, I don't know, Christmas Day or New Year or whatever you want to do, like a Halloween stream, and then it just runs, and then you could have different stuff going on. It's like, that's what I
Oh
would
yeah.
do.
That's not a bad idea, man. I was thinking about it. I mean, would it be worth the money though? I was thinking about it because I was looking at it would be $240 a year for it. Like if I could put a whole $240 down and I'd pay for a whole year of worth of it. And I like StreamYard. It really is convenient. And it's sometimes a little easier to use than like OBS Studio, for instance, with recording and all that shit. I'm like, ugh. But I'm tempted. I'm not too sure how I want to go with it, but it's interesting.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's like, because I think that's what Gavin did. Like 2 years ago for I think it was like the week of Christmas or something. They legitimately did like a I think it was maybe like a 3-day stream, like live 24 hours. Like it was, he was live on the air for like 3 days straight. They had people coming in, like coming and going, like going home, sleeping and coming back. They had like tattoo artists in there, and but then the one he did this year was obviously pre-recorded. And then they just sort of like ran it like over and over like a bunch of times throughout the week. So he lied. It wasn't like, he didn't stream for like a week. He streamed for like 8 hours, and then it just kept looping or something.
That's fucking hilarious.
But you could do that on your channel. Do like an 8-hour block and just loop it from like, I don't know, like Christmas Eve to like after Boxing Day, and it will act like you're live the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was thinking about like doing like maybe 15-minute videos, for instance, 10-minute video, 10-minute live videos, and then just like pumping them out, and then that aren't even live, just all pre-recorded. And then the thing is, live videos get more viewership than pre-recorded. I mean, pre-recorded, I do pretty decent on my viewership on pre-recorded videos, but live videos definitely have a different touch, a different taste. And
yeah, you could just string up. We could just edit a bunch of stuff together. You could edit all your you could edit your existing videos together because you've got so many.
Yeah,
and just let's say you're just going to be off for like 5 days, and you can just have a live thing going on a loop, and just run it live the whole time. People can check in. I know some website. This is like maybe 10 years ago, because I'd made a short film and I gave it to them to put. It was some. It was a magazine in Los Angeles, some sort of like culture magazine, that created a website, but on the homepage of the website, they just had videos looping on like a screen. So my little short film would pop up, and then some other people's stuff would pop up, but it's just like a 24-hour loop kind of thing. It's basically MTV. You're creating your own MTV, and you just loop your videos all day.
Except for my version of MTV is a boring guy like myself just talking. That's the new MTV, is just a guy like me talking and just rapping. I just need to do. Oh my god, I need to do like a rap-a-thon where I just start doing rapping all the time. I was thinking about doing rapping short videos, because you know how the kids love short videos, right? Yeah. And the kids love nothing more than a cringy 30-something-year-old white male like myself rapping hard. I don't know. I need to start doing more raps though, and be like, so I need to sound like Alex Jones and do a rap, you know.
Man, yeah, I'm trying to
love Alex Jones.
Do you have any rap jokes? Yeah, did you see Alex on Tim Dillon like a couple weeks ago?
That was gorgeous, by the way. I was just like, oh my god. When I pretty much almost creamed my pants. That was awesome. Yeah, I love Tim Dillon, and I love Alex Jones. They're fucking funny as shit.
Trying to see if Georgie has any.
Oh, I ended up watching the new Tim Dillon episode that you were talking about. Yeah. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Dude, he gets dark. He gets real dark with his humor, man. It's crazy. Like, I was just like, oh my Jesus, what am I watching? It was beautiful. Like, if that was the first thing that you've ever watched of Tim Dillon,
yeah,
you just like walk away like, what the fuck? It was brilliant. It was fucking brilliant. I was like laughing my ass off the whole time, but I was like, dude, some dark shit, boy. Oh my god.
Okay, I found a new I played you a couple of raps from Georgie from Financialism, but I found a new one he's got on YouTube called it's called Bad Investment. he's calling himself Shady G now.
Shady G.
Yeah. Let me just let's see if I can share this quickly. We'll play like a little clip. This is Georgie from Financialism. His new hit Bad Investment.
Let's get it. All right, let's see what we got here.
On your wrist, that's a bad investment. Chain on your neck, that's a bad investment. Making payments every month, that's a bad investment. Now you shouldn't test me. Now you shouldn't test me. Do with new chick, new crib, that's a bad investment. Yeah, you know I trust my guts, follow my intestine. When it comes to pain, I don't try to avoid. When it comes to voids, I just choose them to make noise. Hallelujah, hallelujah, every day a choice. Better pray like Buddha. If I get the wrong voice, I'ma send my voice. And if missing Bermuda couldn't find you on the Google on the web with the boys, that's a black power line. BDI's core line. Even Stevie wondered why half our people left behind.
Yeah, that's some of Georgie.
I'm digging it. Oh my god, I dig it. Sure.
His other one's hilarious. Bitcoin to the moon. AMC to the moon. Yeah, speaking of comedy though, because when we watched Card Narcs, he was on Dr. Phil.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot about this, but they had the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. This guy went on Dr. Phil and he thinks he's a dog. Did you ever see this guy?
Oh Jesus, no, I haven't. But God, that doesn't shock me in today's age. By the way,
okay, I got a little clip of this. I mean, this is what I mean to show you.
Holy shit!
Like he's convinced he's a dog, but it's like the creepiest thing. It's kind of funny, but here, let's crank this guy up.
Way of avoiding life for you in other ways. You're 48.
Oh,
right?
My God!
Yes.
You've never been on a date. You don't have a job. You just put on a paper dog suit and walk around town, which doesn't seem to me to be a highly productive course in life.
Well, I feel it makes me more of social because it's something that I engage in with people wearing the costume outward, going around the city, and I kind of
this has to be fake. I
friends
can't
that way too. You know, people who interact with me as a dog.
Dogs
And
are
owners,
scared.
mostly dog owners, really like the situation, you know, of me being a dog on the, outside and
Yeah.
stuff.
How many of them have asked you to come home for dinner?
People do say, they have a thing, can I take you home? They actually say that to me.
Boomer the
many
dog.
times. For fun. I think they're just
Yeah,
having
don't
fun.
go.
I know.
Don't go. If somebody's wanting to take you home, don't go.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
I'm
there's
safe.
yeah.
I know the safety rules, so I'm good.
Yeah. What do you do for money?
Well, my mom established a trust fund for me. I own my own home. I kind of have just, it doesn't cost too much for me to live.
Yeah.
And I kind of live simply. I feel like the dog philosophy is just a simple life a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's, and dog food doesn't cost that much.
He eats dog food.
So
At least he's committed.
Now, you
I'm
don't
gonna give.
really think that you're a
Oh,
guard
for
dog.
fuck's sakes!
in some way, I have to believe that I am
So
because
you-
of circumstances over the years that have shown me that there must be something there because it's that strong of a thing for me.
So you think you could be a dog trapped in a human body?
Yeah, in some way. I don't know how it is. I don't know how it happened, but I do really believe that it's a possibility that maybe I was intended to be a dog somehow. I don't know.
Yeah. Is it possible that you went to a movie with?
Yeah, there's a part where he
if you make a conscious choice to do that, then
Together. See, that's the thing is I'm trying to.
Yeah, there was some part I don't know. Anyway, he actually starts eating the dog food. They showed like a clip of it, but anyway, that guy freaked me out. Boomer the dog.
Dude,
That's the thing about USA is like there's all these
I'm
weird.
speechless, man. I've never I understand if people I understand those people exist, but knowing they exist and then seeing that they exist is two separate things. I know people are into some freaky shit. I get it. Ain't no.
Canada's the same way, but there's this like the things seem normal. Then you'll be like at the mall or something, and you'll just see someone walking around, and there's like some whole backstory there, like this Boomer the dog guy. You're like, what exactly is going on? Like there's these like it's creepy. It's like, what's that game, Minecraft, where there's like, what is it, skeletons or something come out? It's like, what is it that comes out in Minecraft?
Like creepers, I think they call them creepers or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there's creepers in our society. They'll just pop out at like the mall food court, and you're like, I don't need to know the whole backstory of what's going on there.
Scary, man. It's fucking scary. You know what's funny? The title of this episode is probably the most normal title I've ever put. It's long-term investing, how to buy stocks the same way you would buy real estate. And like, it's just, it starts out very normal too. And then of course, is when you and I get together on camera though, dude, it's when everything goes down. It's going down. I enjoy it though.
But your video the other day, why stocks are a better investment than real estate, it's got 195 views. So I think this title is good too. Like this is what people want to click on. They're gonna like, oh my god, I have real estate. I should have bought stocks. Let me click on this.
I always say to tell people both.
Yeah.
If you have real estate, keep your real estate. But if you want to get into stocks too. People always think that you have to just be one or the other. You can be both. Mm-hmm. You can be in any assets, man. I tell people, get into stocks, get into bonds, get into real estate, get into whatever you can get into. Mm-hmm. And investment's an investment, man. If the government can't print it, you're good. Can't print a house. They can't print. Well, I mean, I guess they can issue more stock. The company can issue more stock and devalue your shares, but that usually doesn't happen if it's reputable. But
well, the problem with real estate is government does kind of control it because they, like, I don't know what it's like in U.S. It's probably based on states and municipalities. Here it kind of is in Canada too, but it's like they regulate how many houses can be built, and like they get offering permits. Like, can you build an apartment? Can you build a subdivision? And that affects the market. Like, if you flood the market with more homes, that's going to reduce cost. But depending on the population, if it goes up or not. So, so in some way the government does kind of control real estate. They can also restrict like building, and then that'll drive the market up. So
yeah, the thing about real estate that pisses me off, and one of the reasons why I would have trouble wanting to be a landlord in today's age, is the whole squatter rights bullshit. Like people can make up any excuse just to squat on your property. It's like, dude, no. Like, I want to be
Oregon. Oregon's had some chaos. Like people, there's a place in Portland where squatters moved into some guy's house. He couldn't get him out. So then he just put the house up for sale because the city wouldn't do anything. He was offering the house for like a few $1,000s. Basically, just give me anything because I'm fleeing the city because squatters moved in. The police won't remove them. So it's worthless. I can't live there.
Yeah, it's messed up, man. Like I'm so sick of squatter rights. Like there's this squatter rights. First off, how that's even a word pisses me off. Now that's even a term. Even it's a term that people take seriously pisses me off. But this is one of the reasons why I need to run for mayor of Oregon, or not the mayor of Oregon, not the mayor, governor of Oregon. I need to be the governor of Oregon. I need to tell Tina Kotek to step the fuck down.
Right.
And daddy's coming to town, and he's going to try to get a lot of laws off the books. See, that should be that should be like the Republican Party's new motto. Let's get these stupid fucking laws off the books. Let's be general. There's too many dumb laws. There's too many dumb government programs. We just need to, I understand welfare that needs to be done. That needs to exist because like there are people who fall into hard times. There needs to be a social safety net, but there's also a lot of incentives to keep, taking money from the government. So it's like, ugh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's at this point. I gotta finish the Curtis Yarvin article to figure out how this all turns out. So I think he solved it.
So what was Curtis Yarvin saying in his article?
I emailed it to you.
Oh, okay. What is the is it? Did you send it to my Gmail?
I sent it to the one you told me that you check. It's got like a weird name that I can't say. I don't know.
Oh, you're good. I got you. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, it's probably the Gmail one.
I'm looking through these 1,000 3D Blu-rays that came out, and 99% of them suck. It's all just like there's maybe 5 good movies, like out of the 1,000 they did, and I've got 2 of them already. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to buy this TV or not. Let me see. Keep checking these here. But yeah, check out this Yarvin article. That's what you should do. I read Yarvin articles on YouTube. You know what? You should get that Baltimore guy to read a Yarvin article on his channel.
Oh, okay. Hold on. There's actually something I wanted to look at real quick. Sorry. I got an email that I was kind of curious about. That was 10 hours ago. Hold on. Give me a second. Sorry. I'm a little distracted just for a second, though, because there was a... Did I actually make a trade? This is why I should not check my email during the show. Hold on. I'm making sure there's not a problem in one of my personal things real quick. But you can keep talking, though. Just give me a second. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so we're on the Michael Garza Show. We what other comedians do I know? I mean, there's lots of comedian clips out there, but not everything's right for the Garza Show. Like, you don't just play a 10-minute stand-up on the Garza Show, because people can get that anywhere.
I don't know. My show's kind of like... My show really isn't anything kind of goes sort of show. I wouldn't say that I particularly fall under any niche. I think my niche is that I do think a lot of people watch the show. Okay, there was a crisis averted. I thought there was something so there was something going on, but here we go. Let's see. The golden age of informal securities. Yeah, I'll have to read that a little bit later. That's a bit of an article. Holy shit. I like it.
Yarvin's intense. I gotta bring him up really quickly. Let me just bring up something, just so you know who he is. He had a good interview with Tucker, and he was on Tucker's podcast, but he was on Tim Dillon too. Actually, I'll bring up Yarvin and Tim Dillon. Yarvin, Tim Dillon, and let's bring this up. Let me slip this up. We got a commercial. What's the deal with this? Since I changed my YouTube, right, and it sends me random stuff instead of like stuff that they thinks I want to click on, the ads have gotten so weird. I keep getting ads for these weird video games where there's no speaking, so I don't know what country they're from, but it's like little cartoon characters, and they're like doing weird things, and points are happening, and I have no idea what this is.
I get
like,
those game ads all the time too, dude. All those like weird little mobile games or something.
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
all
no,
these
I don't.
mobile games look crappy. I don't want to play anything.
Yeah, and I just skip ad every time, dude. Like,
Okay.
YouTube, it continues to try to find an ad for me to click on, but it's like, nope.
Yeah, like who's making these games? Like that's what we were talking about, creepers. Like this dog guy, he's probably the one making these games.
Oh my god.
Okay, here's a little Yarvin, just so you know who he is. But
oh, I think I have seen this guy.
yeah.
All right, so Tim wanted me to humanize myself a little bit.
Yes,
because
with drugs.
It's good to be human, and so one of the best ways, to humanize yourself, besides wearing an authentic Shea shirt. This is actually made in Cuba, by the way. It was given to me by my friend Sam Frank, who visited that country.
I love that. I can't prove it, but I believe you.
It is absolutely true.
Amazing.
You can inspect the label later. But anyway, so acid. So I guess my acid story is from 1997. Do you remember? And where were you in 1997, Tim?
I was 12, but also starting to do my first acid drop was 13.
Wow.
So
Okay, that's very
yeah.
early. So I was just to set the stage, I was precocious in a number of things, and
See if we got anything
actually
else on
skipped
here.
3 grades before high school. I grew up as a foreign service brat, and when I was 10 and 11.
Yeah, so that's how Yarvin works. Like he's trying to tell a story about how he took acid and went to the movies in 97. He starts when he's 10 years old, and then for the next hour, you still don't get to the story. He just starts talking about his parents in the foreign service and him working for like a tech startup that had some sort of mapping thing that didn't work, and creating a operating system called Urbit, which apparently some companies still use, but it's really weird. And so he just goes on these endless tangents. But that's Yarvin anyway. I relate
to the tangents on my end because I tend to do that. It's a problem of mine, man. I relate to this dude. A little bit, not the acid part though.
So he's talking about the San Francisco homeless complex. He's talking about China. He's talking about what else? I don't know. He's talking about a lot of things, but political formulas, Persians, ancient Rome. But yeah, he talks a lot about economics. But he was a computer programmer for a long time. Yeah,
software development's fun, man. Software development's a drug to me. Like I actually enjoy it. I'm not the best at it, but I like to, see what sort of creative little algorithms I can come up with.
Yeah,
I need to start studying deep learning stuff like AI shit.
Yeah, and he was started in the '90s, so he was like on the cutting edge of different things at the time. And he was, you remember, he worked with this Japanese company that they wanted some kind of, they wanted like what we have with Google Maps, or like not Google Maps, but what is it? What is it where the car navigates you, or whatever?
Oh, self-driving.
GPS.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the self-driving shit.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Oh, you're talking about actual GPS stuff. Okay.
But yeah, like companies in Japan would send him like a screenshot of just what they wanted something to look like. Because I guess Japan didn't have great software developers, but they were really good at hardware. And then they would send it to him and be like, can you reverse engineer your coding to make it look like this? And they would have to do that. And they did develop some GPS, but it didn't work right. He tried to use it once in Los Angeles. He got lost or something. But anyway, his Substack's intense. He goes in like deep dives into economics and all kinds of things. And basically, he considers himself, he broke down this classes in society one time into Lord of the Rings, like species. And he considered himself a dark elf, which is, he's of the elites, like his parents were in the government, his kids go to expensive schools and, but he sympathizes with he basically sympathizes with the working classes. I think he thinks we need them or something. So he's basically turned against his own elite, social, world that he's in. Yeah. So he considers himself a dark elf, but anyway, he has some good debates. He was on Thaddeus Russell debating Ben Burgess, which is really good. But anyway, he's around. So that's some courtesy article. But yeah, check out that article I sent. It's a good article. It's because it's a lot of stuff you talk about to do with the banks and the value of the dollar and what's it really worth, and is it backed by government, and how is it backed by government? And so I don't know. That's what he's talking about this week. So.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love articles that kind of challenge the status quo a little bit.
We got two people watching. Who's the other person? Hey, sign up. Whoever you are watching, click on the link.
Subscribe, please. I need all the subscribers. I need all the subscribers I can get. I am Jesse Ventura, and I just want to let you know that I believe that 9/11 was an inside job. Trying to do my best Jesse Ventura impression. Like I love the way Jesse Ventura talks. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I used to have a bunch of his books. I might still have one. He did this one called 63 Documents the Government Doesn't Want You to Read. And it's all like actual, he has like sections from actual documents about all kinds of like random stuff that are kind of conspiracies. But I think that's the one I still have. But
I love it.
Did you ever hear I've got a book called The History of Area 51 by this investigative reporter named Annie Jacobson. And did you ever hear what she had to say about the Roswell crash?
No, it doesn't sound. She doesn't sound familiar. You said Annie Jacobson.
Yeah, do you know about the Roswell crash in like 46 or whenever it was?
Oh yeah, with the aliens and stuff, that they think there was aliens or something in a UFO or something or some shit.
Well, she did like a little history of Area 51. She talked to people who worked there and everything. But what she uncovered about the Roswell crash, what her source told her, and I don't know if it's true, but it kind of makes sense, is basically after World War II ended, some scientists from Germany went to America. Russia captured some other ones. Some went to Russia. Two of the ones Russia captured were the Horton brothers, and they were in the aeronautics, industry in Germany, and they worked for the military. Like a lot of those planes that people thought were flying saucers in World War II, like they were shaped like half moons and discs and stuff. Those were German rocket propelled planes that they tested, but they never really flew right. They just kind of were in a testing phase. So,
okay.
So the Horton brothers go to Russia after World War II as they were captured, and then the Russian government has them just, designing different craft for them. Anyway, 10 years before that, the War of the Worlds broadcast that Orson Welles did on the radio, he made people think that aliens were invading. This is like this is like in 1938 or 39. It was like
panic on the streets for a bit, like just for a little bit. They're like, "Oh my god, this is really happening!" Shit.
Yeah, there's like Halloween, like 1938, I think. So anyway, Stalin never heard the broadcast, but apparently heard of it, that Welles had done this and it caused like mass hysteria. The reality is it caused some hysteria, not chaos, but the newspapers reported it as that because they were mad at radio for stealing their advertising because radio had gotten really big. So Stalin had heard the reports of like the UFO hoax causing mass hysteria. So after U.S. used the bomb on Japan at the end of the war, Stalin thought they were going to use it on him next. So he wanted to buy himself some time to develop it so they didn't use it on him. So he had the Horton brothers develop like a saucer-shaped craft and like a rocket-propelled craft. He took two I guess they were physically disabled children who were like had like chromosomal disorders, so their faces were all messed up. Apparently he had some doctors, I guess they died or they killed these kids. I don't know which, but he had some doctors perform surgery on them to make their faces even stranger. He puts them inside this rocket propelled saucer and launches it from like northern Russia down the coast and had it land in the US. And because they're inside, apparently in the saucer was all like a Russian writing and stuff. And apparently they did that to make, basically what he wanted was for the craft to land somewhere in the US with these messed up alien looking kids in it. They would open it up and find Russian writing in it because he wanted either America or the American government or everyone to think that he was working with extraterrestrials. And this would buy him some time that America wouldn't use the bomb on Russia. And that was the whole
insane.
thing. Yeah. The thing is, if it was aliens, that's a less wild story than if this is true.
Well, here's the thing. Like, oh my God, that's wild. I've never heard that theory ever.
Yeah.
It's, you know, what's shocking though, is it's not as, what's shocking to me is I'm not as shocked by it, I guess, as I thought I would be. I mean, the more you told it, I was like, actually, that makes strategic sense.
Yeah. It
Especially
makes sense.
Because everybody was thinking that aliens back in the day. It's like extraterrestrial talk, traveling through space was a big deal because we had, of course, landed on the moon in like what 60? When the fuck did we land on the moon? Oh my God!
It was like August. I think it was July or August of '69.
Yeah. So it's like that was huge. Everybody was like, man on the moon, and we got aliens out there. What do we got? And it just started sparking the love of science fiction even more. But
yeah, so that's the story of that. But what were we talking about? We're talking about Jesse Ventura. Yeah, like he never came across that story. But he came across other Roswell documents because there was some sort of cover up. The government didn't want people to know what landed there, and everyone always thought it was a just some craft like the U.S. government was testing in Area 51, like some kind of jet or something. And but it could have been this Russian thing too. That's what Andy Jacobson's source told her, but it's an unnamed source, so we don't really know. But that's
there's no proof. It's a hell of a conspiracy theory, though. It's a hell of a I love a good conspiracy theory. A good conspiracy theory feels like, even if it's fake, it's kind of fun to jog in your imagination, even if it's fake, Ooh, but then again, you're also thinking, oh my God, this could also be reality. Oh shit. So I don't know. I'm a big fan of conspiracy theories, man. I don't I don't believe every single one that I hear, obviously, but they're fun to just rattle in the old brain for a bit and start thinking about.
Well, no, what's so weird is most of my life, a conspiracy theory was a conspiracy theory. Like it was like, who killed JFK? Was it one guy or was it like 400 people all working together in different countries and the U.S. government? Or it's like, or Roswell or, 50 other things. But now a conspiracy theory is something the mainstream media doesn't like or just disagrees with. And then 6 months later, it becomes true. And they were like, oh, here's why it's true now.
Lab leak. Dude, I used to get, when I questioned the coronavirus, I actually had a video removed back in the day about the whole thing. I questioned the whole vaccine stuff. I questioned a lot of stuff. Yeah. And I even made an anti-Joe Biden video. I said he would be bad for the market was one of them. And that got banned. I don't know. It was just so frustrating because it's like, can we please be able to have our own opinions and without getting banned on YouTube? And just like, because I love talking shit about Biden. I think he sucks. I think he's one of the worst presidents we've ever had. Like, we go from having Trump, who I thought, wasn't the best ever, but he was good enough in my mind. I think Trump was good enough. He never wanted to start any wars. Biden just wants to fucking start wars and fuck everybody in the ass. Like, he wants to, I don't know. He's butt buddies with China. He and China are butt buddies, but now China is aiding Russia. I guess is from what I've heard. China's aiding Russia now. We're aiding the Ukraine. We're trying to eliminate Russia is what we're really trying to do, without getting our hands. Well, our hands are already dirty, but all of our all the U.S. taxpayer dollars, so much of it's going to the fucking Ukraine. And just like Alex Stein, man, I'm insane for the Ukraine, baby. Give me that. Oh,
you ever see his rap he did? His insane for the Ukraine rap.
Yes, is that the one where he was he's talking about like I think he was like trying to also recruit them into the Ukraine forces or something.
He did one in Plano, Texas.
Yeah, it was like the Plano City Council thing or whatever. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it's funny, man. But yeah, you know, well, again, Yarvin wrote some article about the Ukraine-Russia thing would be like if the United States was telling Canada to go to war with China. Is basically what it was. Like it was goading Canada to a war with China or something. That's what it is, like goading Ukraine into a war with Russia. Basically, it's just going to be like a bunch of dead bodies. And in the end, it's like Ukraine's not going to get anything out of it. So.
Hold on, I gotta call the big guy real quick. Yeah. Hey Joe, I got an idea for you, bud. Let's get Canada. Let's get Canada to start a war with China, or let's. All right, are we good? Are you gonna get that? You gonna give me that white powder, by the way? Okay, thank you, Joe Biden. I love you. I mean, big guy. All right, so I was talking to the big guy, and I think he's down to use Canada as war bait. So, sorry, Tim. It's nice knowing you, but Papa Joe Biden's gonna be using Canada as a barrier.
Yeah.
No.
Man, well, it's just wild. You know, it's hard to know if leadership matters. Like, so much is run by the deep state. Like, I'm in the deep state. Like, I'm not like a influential part of it, but like, again, Yarvin uses the thing where it's like politicians are like fish in the ocean, and like the tides sway back and forth. The waves, like they can't really control the actual ocean. They're just sort of moved by it, and there's very little they can do, and there's very little anyone can do. It's just like, you know. Like, it's weird. Like, I never thought, like, certain things happen in politics where, like, I get caught up in the thing where the way things are seem like they'll always be.
Yeah.
But also politics moves really slow. But then, like, a whole wave will come. Like, I thought, like, once a country goes liberal or conservative, I never think it'll go back the other way, but it kind of does. But in my mind, I have trouble conceiving of that. Like, when Bush got elected a second term, I'm like, oh, I don't think Democrats will ever win if they can't win this. And then Obama wins. And then after Obama won a couple times, I'm like, there's no way Republicans will ever win again. It seems like just 100% liberals from here on. And then Trump wins. And then Trump kind of got screwed the second time. But so I'm not good at predicting anything. That's the thing is in investing is don't go by what you think is going to happen in politics because it's kind of hard to predict, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Man, I'm feeling it right now. I think this actually might be the last. Well, I didn't really do it. This is my only stream I've done today. I thought about breaking it up into multiple pieces, but I thought, nah. It was frustrating to do last time. Breaking it up into multiple pieces, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just doing it one long, even if it's just an hour, you know.
People like the long, like Rogan-esque things. I'm trying to see if there's any more good clips, but I don't know. That's my clip for the day earlier, so. But yeah, what have I got here? PPC Ian. Yeah, it was funny yesterday. We were talking about crypto, and I look up PPC Ian. Not only did he lock his crypto Twitter, he deleted all the videos off his crypto YouTube channel. It was so funny because like he was always telling people on his other one, hey, check out my new crypto YouTube channel where we're going to be talking about crypto. And I think and now he's all about, no, I'm just going with my core four: McDonald's, Johnson & Johnson, Starbucks. I can't remember what the other one is, but yeah, crypto came and went fast.
No, man. No, it's just I need to figure out a few things. I need to market this channel better. I've been spamming Facebook groups a little bit. That's all I ever do. I'm waiting for the day Facebook just kicks me off. I think that they don't have any moderators anymore. Meta had to fire so many people that like when the Meta company, the company that runs Facebook, they had to get rid of so many people that I don't think they have any moderators really. I mean, they think they have moderators, but I think there's no moderators preventing spam basically. So I'm out here spamming my YouTube channel. I'm like putting all my videos on different like groups on Facebook just because I don't care. If they ban me, they ban me. That's fine.
Yeah, I wonder what they're doing with that. 'Cause that Caleb Hammer debt guy I was talking about, he had some guy on who he had got caught up in some pyramid scheme where he's like selling supplements or something, or like lasers, like health lasers or something. You point it at your arm and it feels better, or something. You put it in your hair and your head and your hair grows back or something. But this guy was, but it was the kind of thing you sign up 5 people and then they all sign up 5 people and those people sign up.
Multi-level marketing.
Yeah.
Get it? Yes. Oh, that's my favorite kind of pyramid scheme.
But he was saying on Facebook he was getting his like they were shutting down his ads because I guess it was like some shady health thing and he kept getting it shut it down. So he was having trouble marketing on there. But maybe now he'll be able to do it. But that's the thing about, money's such a tricky thing. Like this guy, right? This guy had made a lot of money with like a small construction company he had. Like he was making like I think he might have made like 7 figures one year. But the thing is, he just blew it all because he was trying to get his son into like professional motocross or something. Yeah. So he quit working and he just went around the country with his kid, putting him in races and like, getting his bike fixed and everything. So he blows probably hundreds of thousands of dollars on that with no return yet. The kid's not winning any money yet or anything. And then he gets involved in this pyramid scheme with these supplements. And the debt guy just like, okay, you made some mistakes here. But it's like, even if you can know how to run a business, you can still mess things up with just like spending on the wrong stuff or like, that's a tricky thing about money,
Yeah. Even, the thing about business is I always say the best business that you can create is the one with the lowest operational cost.
Yeah.
Is you start out small. Every business idea that I've ever come up with, I started out really small, seeing if it would work. Actually, one time I made cleanings. I made cleaning supplies that I sold just for the hell of it around town. Right. And it was not cleaning supply, but like it was like a cool chemical. So it was a combination of borax, vinegar, and I think a little bit. It was pretty much just borax and vinegar. It was a very simple remedy. I also put a couple just other little things in there that just to make it smell pretty, but like orange little scents and stuff. But what I did, the reason I did it was because I wanted something acidic, but I also wanted something that would kill the mold. And it was something I came up with for my own place about 4 years ago, and I sold it to a few people. I just like called up people around town. I was like, hey, look, I'm going to sell this to you for a really cheap price. I need some extra money. So it actually works, by the way. I went there, my spray bottles filled with this shit, and it, they liked it. They thought it was pretty good. They didn't, I told them, I was like, I don't think I'll be manufacturing too many of these, but I just told them, here's the formula. It was a really simple formula too, just borax and vinegar. It's nothing. I don't think it's even that secret of a formula. I'm pretty sure it's out there on the internet somewhere, but like, the reason it's so effective is one, it kills surface mold really quickly because the vinegar is acidic. The second thing is the borax within it does settle. So you do have to like shake it up quite a bit, and you have to have a really powerful spray nozzle to make it where it doesn't clump, where the borax doesn't clump up in the freaking spray nozzle. But anyway, like I come up with all these ideas, and sometimes I'll like implement them. I'll be like, fuck, that's actually a good idea. Might as well try to sell it. And if it works, it worked well. I just didn't want to get in the chemical business because there was a fear of mine that I would get sued. So I was like an under the table like chemical guy, and I was like, it was fun. It actually gave me some practice. I was making my own labels and shit like that. I got bored and I was printing out labels that I would put around the bottles. It was really ridiculous, but I had fun with it.
If you can get it cheap enough price, people will buy it locally. But that's funny though, because I go to farmers markets and stuff, and people are showing up with their own hot sauce. They're making their own soap. They're doing all kinds of stuff, but no one's showing up with like a cleaning spray.
That's actually dude. Actually, you gave me an idea because we have a farmers market every fucking Wednesday.
Yeah,
I could just show up on this fucking street corner on one of the streets that we have, and then just be like, hey, Do you guys want a sexy cleaning spray that will actually get rid of your fucking mold and kill the roots of the mold too, without it growing back on the same surface? Well, try this fucking out, dude. And honestly, it didn't cost me much to even make it, because the bottles I got were relatively cheap. The ingredients were not that expensive, and the labor, it doesn't take that long to actually mix it up in a bucket. All I did was I mixed it up in a bucket. I got a funnel. I poured. I would just take a glass and just scoop it up, put it in the funnel, and then put it in the little spray bottle. And I would like get like 8 spray bottles done in like an hour, and then usually I would sell them. I sometimes I would up the price depending on if I could. I'd be like, oh, here, I'll sell it for $2, and sometimes I'll sell it for $3. It just depends on
how much does a spray bottle cost to get?
It just depends where you get it. If you get it like if you bulk buy spray bottles, you can get them for like, was it 50? This is before 50-40 cents per bottle, but this has been a while since I did this, so it's been a while. But yeah, that's if you bulk buy spray bottles, because if you buy them individually, sometimes a spray bottle can be like close to about $1. So it's like, no, not $1. Hold on. But you can get spray bottles for pretty cheap if you play your cards right. You just got to know where to look. And
a bottle of like Windex at Rona is $5.89. That might be Canadian, I don't know. But so what would you sell yours for?
Usually about like $3-4. Yeah. But like I said, I would also bulk buy some of my spray bottles. So the spray bottles I was getting per bottle were a lot less than what you would buy just on an individual basis for just the bottle itself. Because sometimes the bottles would be like $1 if you just bought like one at a time. But if you when you bulk buy certain things, you can actually get on a per item basis for a lesser amount, basically.
Yeah, like a bottle of disinfectant cleaner multi-service Windex is $5.97 in Canada. So yeah, if you sold yours for like maybe like $3.50 or something, and you sold a bunch of them, I don't know, maybe you make some money at the. And then you have a card, like all these farmers markets, everyone's got a card. I think I've even got some cards from these people here, but then you pass out their card, and then the farmers market ends, but they need more. Now they're calling you for more.
Yeah, and see, the thing is, I don't feel safe actually actually sending these chemicals over the, what do you call it, over mail. Yeah. I just like,
be in your town. People come to your house and just buy some.
Yeah, that's the
parking lot. I met some women in a parking lot. I bought her plum sauce. And I met her. So we met in like a parking lot. I got some more. But
that sounds hot. No. But oh man, that's great though. Oh man, I probably have to go here in a second. I got to eat. But man, this is another fun live stream. And I love I still love the long-term investing, how to buy stocks the same way you would buy real estate. Let's just say that this entire conversation we had should be educational enough for people. You don't need college when you can hear Tim and I shoot the shit the way we do, folks.
We should start a course. Like someone should be able to take our course, and we should have like an exam, like a multiple choice exam or something.
Ooh, you know what we should do? I think we should next time we do a live video, we need to call it the $10,000 course on how to. That'll be the $10,000 course on how to. I don't know. What will we talk about? Let's see, on how to on how to be I don't know, on how to be a furry. I don't know, the $10,000 course on how to be a furry or a My Little Pony fan. I don't know. Just something. I'm trying to think of random things, but
how about we detransition a furry brony? How about we detransition a brony into a furry, or vice versa?
I have an idea. The $10,000 course on how to. Oh, it would have to be crypto related. On how the $10,000 course on how to sell your crypto in a panic, or the $10,000 course. Let's see.
How about this brony will give you $10,000 in Bitcoin if you can detransition him back to a furry.
That's another sexy one. Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah, man. Just try and put as many buzzwords you can into these titles. It's like you're going for like volume. Like 100 people might click on it, and you want to get like 5 subscribers or something. Like you want to try to get a few subscribers per like 100 like views on a video or something.
You know what? The $10,000 crypto course you didn't know you needed, or something like that, some scammy title.
No, you
like,
put what a lot of people write on YouTube is they're like, I did this, I did that, like, so you don't have to. So you should write, I took the $10,000 crypto course. Here's what I found.
Oh my God, I love it. That is so fucking good. Oh man.
All right, I got to finish this Yarvin article and see if the economy is going to collapse or not.
Oh shit. Well, man, I'm out, man. I'm gonna shut it off for the night for the live stream. But you got any final words before you? Any final? Just sign us out.
My final words are that I'm so glad wokeness ruined late night TV because I go to bed so much earlier. I'm not watching Saturday Night Live tonight. There's no more David Letterman to stay up till like 11:30 to watch. There's no Conan O'Brien at 12:30. It's just wokeness destroyed late night TV. And except for Gutfeld, I guess. When I had Fox News, like I don't have it right now, but I can still find Gutfeld if I want. But but even his show is kind of awkward. Like it's a better show than the other ones that are still on, but there's something about it that's weird. Like his writers are weird. Like there's something that's really awkward about the show, where it's just like
for Gutfeld, yeah.
Like he's okay, but it's just I don't know about Gutfeld. It's better than everything else is on, and that's all I'll give it.
Yeah, I'd rather watch Gutfeld than Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah,
yeah, I hate to say it, but Kimmel's just become I don't know what the hell he's become. He's become the
well, you know what happened with him? What happened with him is what happened to Howard Stern and a lot of people is they got divorced and then they remarried like someone much younger.
That's the Gavin theory. That's Gavin. Yeah. Isn't that Gavin theory? Yeah.
So it's just like they want to go to all the Hollywood parties. So you can't have the old Jimmy Kimmel from the Man Show and still go to Hollywood parties because that would be canceled now. So he's got to be a new Jimmy Kimmel who is still talking about Trump. But luckily, these comedians, they hung on for like 2 or 3 years, and now Trump's coming back. So if we can just weather this winter, if we can just survive Trump being in Florida and not on Twitter, if we can just keep our ratings just above so we don't get fired, eventually Trump will come back and we can rejuvenate ourselves.
Hey, Trump's back on YouTube, by the way. Trump's back on YouTube.
Yeah, his YouTube count's back. I saw that, and
I'm stoked, dude. I'm stoked. I immediately commented on there. I was like, dude, Trump 2024, so fucking done with Biden. Incredibly done with Biden. Like, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for Trump. I am. Every other Republican just seems like a scumbag. Every other Democrat seems like a scumbag. I'm going to go with the one guy who I think feels more like a libertarian to me. The closest thing to a libertarian that I think I'll be able to appreciate is Donald Trump. Like I wouldn't say he's a self-made man. Nobody's really ever self-made technically, but no, you could say he's fairly. I mean, he's done a damn good job for himself. But
what's going on in the U.S. with Ron DeSantis? Like everything he does seems to be amazing, but then like whenever they do polls, like Trump just crushes DeSantis still, and Trump's kind of been not even like around much lately. But DeSantis, like everything, all the actions he takes seem like great, but he just keeps getting crushed by Trump. Do people just not care or know about DeSantis?
I just don't know much about DeSantis, I guess, is the problem. I think he just tries. I feel like he's trying to be too much like Trump, and it feels a little inauthentic. I think if Ron DeSantis was just more like himself, I think that would probably feel more authentic to people. But see, Trump doesn't try to imitate anybody. I feel like Ron DeSantis is kind of trying to be like Trump so he'll attract the voter populace. The thing is, man, people like Trump because whether you like him or not, he's authentic.
Yeah,
he's authentic. He's himself. Even if people don't like him, he's like, I don't care. He's like, you can go fuck yourselves, all you guys. I'm gonna say whatever I want, and that's one of the reasons I like him so much. That's one of the reasons like I got such a bone cone for him, man. Is I'm like I see Trump and I'm just like, dude, MAGA all the way, man. Trump 2024. I'm down for it, man. He's the rebel we needed. He's the rebel.
Well, that's what Yarvin said too, because Yarvin's a monarchist. He doesn't like democracy, but he thinks Trump's more disruptive for the system, so he wants Trump to win. But the thing is, if that'd be an amazing primary, Trump versus DeSantis, because I think Trump wants to win again. He wants to be president, but he also feels like, I think he secretly likes DeSantis, but he's like, I'll support DeSantis if he beats me, but it's not going to be easy to beat me. Like Trump's going to like put up like a huge fight. It's like, if you can get past me, I'll support you, but I'm not going to make it easy. So.
See, that's the thing, man. Trump doesn't just bend over. That's one thing I like about him. He doesn't just yield. It's incredible, man. That's what I like about him so much. So.
And he doesn't drink alcohol, so he's good for like another 20 years still. He's like, he doesn't no drugs, no alcohol.
People always say that they want a good role model for their kids.
Yeah.
Trump is actually a good role model for your fucking kids. He doesn't do drugs. He doesn't do alcohol. You know, I mean, does he, look at women as objects sometimes? Maybe, but oh well, not everybody's perfect. I mean, if you don't have drugs or alcohol, you need pussy, I guess. But I mean, that's Donald Trump's drug of choice, man, is pussy and real estate. I mean, like, hey, more power to him.
Yeah, that's the thing. We'll see what happens. Well, it's what are we? We're still we're still like a year and a half away from the election, but that's gonna go by fast, I think. So we'll see what's going on, man. I think the Canadian election will be around the same time too. So
yeah, I'm just glad to see Trump back on the airwaves, man. I just need to see, I'm tired of seeing Joe Biden. I mean, I don't watch the news very often, but whenever I see a headline, I see fucking Joe Biden and his creepy lifelong politician hair sniffing face. I'm just like, he's the face of corruption, and I cannot stand it, man. People can say what they want about Trump, but at least Trump's not, has actually done something and hasn't been a lifelong politician. Biden's been a lifelong politician. That's
Yeah, how does Biden I still don't know how Fetterman got elected in Pennsylvania. I mean, I understand people didn't like Dr. Ross, but still, it's like Fetterman of all people is so crazy. But yeah. All right, do you got time for one more quick clip, or you got to go? What time is it?
It's 11:10. I'll do one more clip. We'll do one clip, and then I'll just head out.
This is Pepinia Stewart. She's vanished from the internet. She's been gone for like a few years. I think she went to college, and people found all her old tweets and everything, and she got canceled. She issued like a weird apology and then vanished. Once in a while she pops out. I think she's doing okay. Maybe she got married or something, but she put out crazy videos back in the day. Her Twitter was hysterical. She had the funniest tweet of all time where or no, it wasn't her, but she retweeted when it was Hillary debating Trump in the presidential elections. Barack Obama has a brother who lives in Africa. It's like a brother through his dad, and the brother hates, they don't get along because I think they think Obama just abandoned them all and never acknowledged they existed or something like that. So he came out and supported Trump. So I think his name's Malik Obama or something like that. He's like a huge Trump supporter. But anyway, during the debates, if you remember, a fly landed on Hillary's face for a few seconds one time, and then he tweets out, how can she enforce a no-fly zone in Iraq? She can't even enforce one on her own face or something.
It's pretty good.
But yeah, Pepinia retweeted that, but this is one of her funniest. This is why I hate liberals. It's only a couple minutes.
Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, we'll watch this, and then I gotta head out. I gotta eat something.
Here we go.
Why do I hate liberals? Why do I hate feminists? Why do I hate vegans? Why do I hate these people? Well, because they won't shut up. Like, seriously, quit typing on your keyboard and finally do something productive with your life. Like, invent a new type of soda or something. Nobody cares about your opinions. Like, these people, they're like, oh my gosh, women are equal to men. We get it. All right? We get it. You don't have to keep saying it. You don't have to keep complaining. You don't have to hold up your signs and be like, oh my gosh, you're wearing fake fur. Thank you. Or like when someone's not wearing fake fur, oh my gosh, you know that comes from a rabbit. Something like that. It's like annoying. Like, go move on with your lives. Quit bugging other people for the choices they make. Sure, all the bunnies in heaven are gonna be attacking their faces when they're down under, but let that be in the future after Judgment Day. My goodness. Honestly,
This is
like you're
this
not
is-
being productive. If you want to be productive,
It's pretty
all
funny.
you're doing
actually.
is making people like us rich people who wear real fur, you're making us laugh at you for being too poor to afford real fur. So you're just being really stupid, honestly. Like, get a job or something. Work at McDonald's, because your job on Instagram for advertising vegan teas and stuff, not good. Like that boxed water, that is totally like for those loser vegans. Like, oh my gosh, vegan water. Oh my gosh. Shut up. And by the way, I feel bad for you because almond milk is horrible.
There you go.
In defense of almond milk, by the way, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like almond milk, but anyway,
right.
that's the only thing I disagree with. I like almond milk, but no, that was hilarious though. That was
No,
funny.
she got big because of Trump, and she was a big supporter. And then she did a video after he won that was hilarious. She was like, "I wonder what he's like." Right, like the day after he won, she's like, "Donald Trump is now our president. He's in the White House right now." It's like, I wonder what Melania's doing. She's probably in a big bubble bath. Anyway, she did hilarious. A lot of them have been deleted. A few of them are still around, but she's kind of vanished off the internet for like a few years now. But yeah, it was intense for a while. But yeah, that was that whole Trump campaign. It made people into stars.
That's some funny ass.
But we might get to do it again. This is going to be more fun than if he got reelected last time. We're going to get a second Trump campaign, which is going to be as fun as the first one.
I'm down for it, man. Like, I'm just sick of Biden. I am just so sick of Joe Biden. I can't stand him. I really am just. I'm done. I'm so done, man. I was done the moment he freaking well, bastard. I don't know. Okay, I could talk all night about how much I hate Biden. But anyway, all right, man. Let's see what my boy Trump says real quick before we head out.
Oh, Don, you're a little controversial. You're talking about illegal immigration. I said it's illegal.
Can't agree more, man. I can't agree more. I love this Trump pen, by the way. Whenever I have to write out a check or to write out anything important, I have this pen next to me at all times.
That's the one he should use to sign stuff in the White House. He should have that pen.
Dude, I'd be so down for it, man. All right, brother. Well, I'm out, man. I'm going to go. I'm going to eat some damn food. I got to eat, man. I'll catch you later, man.
Do a food review like Report of the Week. Review whatever you just cooked and make that your next video.
I just need to doesn't he eat like eating and then talking about what he eats in front of the camera?
Yeah, but how hilarious would it be if you're reviewing your own food that you cook?
Oh, the crappy shit I make.
No, but you're like, I don't know who. Yeah. I guess I made this, but I don't know if.
Yeah, what I could do is I could call it combination dinners because I tend to blend things that nobody else blends in food. So I could be like, all right, so I put this, and this in here, and it tastes like ass, but it is still edible. You know?
Yeah, you need to expand your channel. Like, think of your channel as like a variety show. Like, you're gonna have a food segment, you're gonna have a financial segment, you can have like a music segment or whatever, sports segment. You now tonight start your food segment. Review whatever you're eating. I review the own food. I review my own food that I cook. That should be your first video.
I love it, man.
And come up with a name. What is it? You're eating rice and something?
No, just rice and so I cook Campbell's chunky soup, and then I just put a couple cups of water, and then I just put some a cup of rice in there, and then I want the rice to be fluffy as shit, and I want it to be really moist, so that's why I put a couple cups of water in there. So it's a weird thing, man. I have weird tastes when it comes to eating, man. I eat all sorts of weird stuff that are combined together, but.
Yeah, come with a name for it. It's no longer rice and soup. You're now eating a furry Mongolian rice fiesta. There you go.
No, I'm gonna note that in the log.
That'll go viral.
Well, I'm just gonna put that in the chat logs here. Hold on, furry.
No, I invented a furry Mongolian rice fiesta, and now I will review it. I review food that I invent.
This is incredible. That's actually a really good idea. Like just all the crappy, because I come up with some weird stuff. Like it's not like too crazy, but it's just I put weird sauces on things, and I love it.
There's some like 100-year-old lady on YouTube, and her channel's called Depression Cooking. It's stuff people ate in the Depression, just like fried dandelions and stuff. And her channel gets like millions of hits. It's people, if you got no money, you're just basically just like frying bread in a pan with like butter and some dandelions and stuff you find in the yard. It's like, so that's what you should do. Just like whatever you got, whatever you're making, it's like just come up with a crazy name for it, and you're like, I invent new dishes. It's like,
Just call it cheap ass cuisine.
yeah, cheap ass cuisine and
Cheap asses cuisine or something like that. I don't know. Cheap. Call it let's see. Call it Call it Shitty's 5-star restaurant or something.
Well, this lady has depression cooking. You can have recession cooking.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea, dude.
Yeah.
Because I've been recession cooking even when things were good. So
yeah, recipes for the recession. R&R. The R&R Diner. That was the name of the diner on the show Twin Peaks, set in the Pacific Northwest, just like you. But yours is recession. What did we say it was?
Recession cooking? Or wait, hold on. You said recession-proof cooking? No, recession. I think just recession cooking. Yeah,
the recession restaurant. That's what you.
Recession 5-star restaurant. Oh, recession 5-star
recipes.
Oh, well, I don't know. I think recession
5-star recession recipes.
5-star. Hold on, I got to note this down. 5-star recession. I'm gonna forget this if I don't. 5-star recession recipes. Hold on, that's incredible. You're giving me too many good ideas, man. That's 5-star. That actually could be a segment.
How to lay down the red carpet when you're walking down the aisle at Walmart. Here you go.
Well, I'm also going to message myself on Facebook this information. Hold on. I'm going to have Mark Zuckerberg steal my idea when he spies on my chats. Hold on. I'm going to be like, yeah. Give me a second here. I got to send that to Strongman Personal Finance, too. He needs to start copying my ideas. Hold on. Where the hell am I? Because I always talk to myself on Facebook. Like I always send myself messages to myself. And I'll send it in my chat to myself. It's pretty fun.
You can put in brackets. This dinner was so good it made Strongman Personal Finance put a shirt on.
I love it. That's too good. Anyway, man, I got to get my
some recession coupons right here. A&W.
All right, I got to get my butt cheeks out of here, man. I'll catch you later, bro.
All right, I'll look for that. I'll look for that food review.
I don't know if we'll do it tonight. But I guess I could record myself in front of my camera while I'm eating it and just start. That's actually a good idea. I'll probably end up doing that tonight.
Hold the plate up and just start describing what's in it and the steps and everything.
Yeah, you're on to something, man. I think, you know what? I mean, all I have to do is just press record on OBS and then I'll just upload it later when I feel like it. But
because this ties into your stocks and finance stuff. You're saving money, you're investing in stocks, but you're also doing recession recipes to save money for more money on stocks.
You're on to something, brother. You're on to something. Anyway, man, I'll catch you later, dude. Thanks for rocking with me on the show, man.
All right. I'll see you guys next time.
All right, later, brother. Bye.